being laid off. And I really wanted to say something about it, but I chose not to. So I just played along. But I was laid off by my boss, who's a 16th level Mason, and I now believe, I have no proof of what I'm about to say here. I think my entire work is run by Masons. I have no proof of that, but that's just my feeling. When you have an HR lady in her room filled with owls, an owl mug, and an owl poster, and then the plant manager, who's a 16th level Freemason, that fires you under the excuse, well, there isn't enough work. Well, the thing about it is, Masons, there's something about them. I don't know what it is, but if you brought for instance, people who are Freemasons who have committed murder, they're not in prison at all. Even when they were found guilty, and I say guilty because the evidence was changed. So even if I got a lawyer, they would still win. I mean, how can you defeat a system that's all powerful in our current society? This is not clickbait. This is for real. I got laid off today. And what really sucks about it is I actually kind of enjoyed the job. It wasn't a lot of pay per se, but it was a job. So now I have to find another job. And the thing about that is, well, almost in every town in America, there's a Freemason lodge. They have their hands in everything. So even if I was to find a new job, what are the odds that I wouldn't get laid off again? I mean, really think about it. And that's just, I hate to say it, but that's just the society that we live in. We're running everything. In the Masons, they're not even at the highest level, even at the 33rd level. Yeah, they are made privy to, like, Satan and God and Jesus and what really goes on, what really happened on 9/11, who really killed JFK, who really did the coffin talking incident. So they are made. How does that make any sense? That you guys have a apply now sign, yet you don't have a lot of business, and they're getting rid of the second shift. So you're telling me there's no openings in the entire factory? Who knows? Maybe they just laid me off because maybe it's because it's true. Maybe it's because it's true. Yeah, no. Well, anyways, guys, I'll just end it here.
It's the world's most well-known secret society. Rich with symbols and ritual, it's the source of legends, parodies.
Who controls the British crown? Who keeps the metric system down? We do.
And conspiracy theories.
Because so much organized crime uses the Masonic secret system and the good old boy network to be able to get away with murder. And I mean murder.
Welcome to the world of Freemasonry.
6
True or
million
false,
of them.
the Masons are a secret society.
No, that's false.
Light our brightest hour. You got it, touch. I hope I do not get copyrighted for saying that one word. But this is Light our brightest hour. He is a transformer. And his head is the Allspark, as you can see. He has mini guns. And these are rockets. So you know not to mess with this guy. He has one arm. His other one got shot off in a barrel, but that got replaced with a gun. His arm gun is like a revolver, and he shoots it.
Dan just wanted to show a little bit of his transformer there. Aotearoa New Zealand here. So, we're talking about the Freemasons. I just come across that clip with Darth today and just had a bit of a live chat with him before. And he was saying at the end that, you know, like, if you don't hear from me in 5 months, it means that, you know, they've got me. So, really, me, myself, Freemasons to me, I've had one guy ask me, would you join it? And, well, I'm no 13th angel, but I've already got a job. So, you've heard me talk about the White Room, Cube, whatever. Powers to be of something like Freemasons, and then I'm looking at inside their pavilions, inside wherever their places they go to and that, and there's like hieroglyphs and the paintings in the ceiling and that, and it's like they know too that there's like this dome. Okay, in the book it's like a dome. I'm seeing it like a white room, cube, because what I've discovered is time is a lineal. To know now that I've been in the future and back and experiencing, because I described that white room, it's like the 12 Monkeys movie with Bruce Willis. They knew, it's like one of our eyes is linked up to them. In the book it says, pull out one of your eyes or chop off one of your hands. And this thing what I'm trying to show, it's one wants to rule, and then in their New World Order it's the rule of law. So then I'd take the equation out and it'd be just the law would govern the New World Order. And then we see all this corruption and wow, is this really the world what's going to run this new world? And then you hear about like Darth getting sacked from his boss and all that. Because you know, I'm not against anybody of their faith, but just in a way because he was a Christian and he was just saying something back. Are they persecuted? So have we got two different fashions? As I've said before, Protestants, Catholics. Well, the Catholics didn't like. They had a little bit of hiccups with the Freemasons. So then I go into my own self and have I come across any Freemasons? I'll just call it W. I won't say her name. She had this truck. And I'm not fascinated by the truck because I was going to pass it off to a friend. on the 666 acres so that I had some land there, because he was going to, his father would give you a piece of land and you could live there for the day you died. That's one who just died not long ago at 72. So I go to buy this truck, and this other guy's there, and he's wanting to know how come I know her, and I go, oh, she's my first wife's first cousin, so her children are her two children are first cousins, second cousins, and her husband, who's no longer around, so I don't have to worry about saying anything because he's not in this realm anymore. He was a professional car thief. Like you'd see a $70,000 Corvette turn up, wow, and this and that. So she had this truck. It was called Jimmy, V8 Chev, so the truck was just part of why, because he went to jail, all his stuff was in storage. He had the chair. She told me about this chair he had. It was from China. It had so many heads on it. It had so many. The last person who owned that chair killed the last owner of the chair. It was a chair from China, and you cannot buy it or own it or purchase it. You have to kill the last person who sat in that chair. And this man had got hold of that chair, probably from his racketeering things or this and that. So I was after the chair. It was supposed to be worth a lot of money, like over 50 plus, or to the white people it could be just phenomenal sort of money. Well, she had all the stuff in storage, got the truck, had the money to pay for the stuff to get out of storage. I give her the money, and bang, all the stuff is gone out of storage. She left it there too long. $10,000 worth of tools, but the chair had gone. And this guy's there, and he's going, how come you know her? And he was talking to me, and then he brought up the Freemasons with me. And he goes, I'm really wanting to get in with them. How can, because he knows that I'm sort of like connected in a way with her, like through marriage and that, with my other children and that. And he's wanting me to link him up with her, like in a way, for this Freemason. And then I don't even know of this sort of stuff, Freemason. So I was, like how I said, I've just learned it all on this tube here. And so, and after seeing what it's all about in this white room and this and that, I'm just putting things together. So this video is just something of that, and I'm going to carry on a little bit about that chair and that, because I'll get a little bit more evidence in front of me in that. Because there's a bit of a mystery to that guy in the end, because I called it the Lord's truck when I was driving around in it. I go, wow, it's already chopped off hands and chopped off heads. And as I've told you before about your book, God and the devil. Okay. So I'm cruising around this truck, the Lord's truck, and then I come across somebody else, and then they're telling me that the owner of this truck just mysteriously hung himself last night. I'm like, what? This is getting puzzling. But I'll get back to you about this. And Darth, hold your head up. you'll find another job. And I was just showing you out there on what some people go through in society and this and that, and it makes me wonder about things and like how people get picked on, you know, because I can see that's sort of like what I'm about, you know. In a way, it's exposing things, because the way that Jehovah told me in the story, everyone will lie to you, Bruce. And I had to figure out Abel and Cain. Love yous all. Peace and heart.